Alrighty, so I'm going to try to do a Hall sensor learning test. I was tipped off by Nick Ramka on the ONYX group. So step number one to do this test is we're going to lean the wheel back. Now I don't have something to actually lift this bar to get the wheel off the ground, so I'm just going to tilt it and lean it against my side like so. Just like this. I'm gonna kind of tilt it back, leaning against my leg, and that'll keep the back wheel off the ground, and I'm gonna keep going. So the next step is to get into the Kelly app, which I'll do. Step is to open up the Kelly controller app. Again, my wheel is lifted off the ground. And so I'm gonna go into the motor identity angle, I think, and we're gonna change this from 85 to 170. So 170. Don't hit next, just hit the back button. And so you'll see that now. Okay, great. And then what we're gonna do is hit right. So that's the W down here in the bottom right-hand corner. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that. So we hit right. Data right completely. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and close the app. So I think what we'll do is we'll disconnect. So close, disconnected, and we'll just exit out. Wheels off the ground. The bike was on this entire time, and so now we've written the 170 to the motor identification angle. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off the bike and wait for 30 seconds. So now the bike is off. So now we've waited for 30 seconds. We're gonna go ahead and power back on the bike, and we're gonna wait for 3 minutes. There we go. So now the motor is making a little bit of noise and twitching a bit. So it's good that I have it nice and rocked back. So that happened immediately. So after you wait 30 seconds, make sure you have that back wheel tilted back against your leg. Again, this is of course the janky way of doing this. Since it is moving back, it is bringing these pedals back towards you. So make sure that your leg is not in the way. And I'm just gonna go ahead and film for this entire process. And just a reminder, right now my Hall sensor harness is plugged into the primary harness, not the secondary harness. Okay, that's been about 3 minutes. It only really jiggled twice, so not sure if that's good or bad. So we're gonna go ahead now, and we're gonna turn the bike off. We're gonna turn the bike back on. Okay, bike's back on. Oh, interesting, the motor just sort of moved again. Or excuse me, the wheel jerked once. It's still clicking again. That's interesting. Okay, so that was sort of unexpected. I'm glad I kept the bike against my leg. Very interesting. So I think it did it about the same amount of times as it did last time. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to the Kelly controller app and check to see that the settings switched back to 85. Maybe it never did, so that would be intriguing. Nick had said that after going through that procedure, that the motor identity angle should go back to 85. It did not. Not really sure why. So that's probably why the back wheel did start to adjust itself again. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and manually turn it back to 85. At this point, it seems like the test didn't work. Which maybe that's indicative of something. I don't know. That could be the truth. So great, so I'm gonna go ahead and change this back to 85, just in case. And hope that sort of turns off. I'm gonna go ahead and hit right. Data write completely, okay. And then I'm going to do read again. And now it's back still at 85. And now I'm getting an identify error, hall sensor error. So that's not changed. All the hall sensors are down to 1. So intriguing. I'm going to go ahead and spin the back wheel a little bit. Again, none of the hall A, B, or C change. So that's basically it, folks. I've changed it manually back to 85. We're going to turn the bike off. We're going to turn it back on. And now we're not getting any movement, so that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bike back down. And just for fun, we'll go ahead and try the throttle. But given that we're still getting that hall error in the app, and down here we're still getting our 3-4 controller error, I don't have much hope. So just to check though, just for fun, yeah, nothing. So that's a bummer. All right, that's the troubleshooting for today.